Rashida Tlaib offends nearly everybody, including the Attorney General of Michigan, who wants her to apologize along with the rest of humanity. Speaking about terror narratives, this is the craziest woman to ever be in Congress. And there's a competition, but she's what I would call the conductor of the crazy train. That very angry woman is Rashida Tlaib, the only Palestinian legislator ever elected to Congress, God help us. The Attorney General of Michigan, a Democrat in Michigan, is calling for Rashida Tlaib to retract her anti-Israel statements. She used the infamous chant, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free," which means from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, where Israel is, we're going to eliminate Israel, get rid of all the Jews, and then it'll be a Palestinian state. The Attorney General said, "You've got to stop saying that. You should apologize." The Attorney General is this person, Dana Nessel. She's a hero to stand up against all the hate in Michigan. She's a Democrat with a lot of chutzpah, as we say, because she's standing up to a very popular hate monger that would have been friends with Hitler. Dana, the Attorney General, said she's defended Tlaib many times in the past, but she demands a retraction over this statement, calling it cruel and hateful. It is so hurtful to so many people. Please retract this cruel and hateful remark. So what did Rashida Tlaib respond with? "When I say from the river to the sea, it's an aspirational call for freedom, human rights, and peaceful coexistence, not death, destruction, or hate." When in reality, it is a call for death, destruction, and hate. She's still saying it today, and she was saying it when her followers rioted at the Capitol a couple weeks ago. Way to go, Dana Nessel in Michigan. Unfortunately, you've got no influence over this crazy lady.
None at all. Barry, I heard her, and you had Rashida Tlaib, of course, and you had AOC going to the floor, and there was another demon crack going to the floor, trying to justify her saying from the river to the sea.
Like I think that was Ayanna Pressley.
No, it was a white lady. It was a white lady.
Oh, okay.
There's a white lady on there saying that even though she wouldn't say those words, people take words out of context. It's not all words have the same meaning for everybody. Is there another meaning from the river to the sea? What is it? You know what? That's no one asked that question. Well, can you tell us what the other meaning is? Doesn't mean that you're wanting peace and prosperity for Palestinian people. That's not what that means. That's not what that means.
I would add one more thing. Every one of these screwballs who are anti-Semitic, anti-Israel, anti-America, the entire squad, every single one of them has been asked to condemn the murders that took place on October 7th.
And they won't do it.
One of them will say this was a horrible crime against humanity. It's a war crime.
Why do you think that is, Barry? Why do you think they won't say, look, this was a horrible act? All they have to do is say, look, we don't want anyone innocent. We don't want anybody hurting. What they did was completely wrong. It should have never happened. Why can't they just say that? Why do you think they just can't say that? What is it? I mean, right? I mean, what is that?
I don't know. I mean, it's obvious it's because they hate Israel.
Right, but I mean, at least lie. They lie about everything else. They won't lie about this. What is that?
I think they've gotten to the point where it's sort of like the Nazi Party in Germany in 29 and 30 and 31. They sort of kept things on the down low. You know, they didn't want everyone to know their plans. They were sort of indirect with their hatred. And once they came to power, Hitler was elected in 1933 as Chancellor of Germany and then dissolved the Bundestag, the parliament, and literally took all the powers. away from the other legislators and killed everybody that opposed him. Until they were in absolute power, they were like Rashida Tlaib, like AOC, like Ayanna Pressley, like Bowman. They were under the radar. They would make excuses for their hatred or say things like that was taken out of context, or you don't understand, or you're just part of the Zionist conspiracy or whatever. You know what I mean? And eventually the truth came out. These people are not being apologetic at all.
No.
And you're right. I really, really can't figure out how it is that their own constituents aren't pushing on them, other than it's all anti-Semitism.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that makes
it's such a deep hatred. They have such dark hearts, and of course, no one is perfect. You know, I mean, I get people, Barry, sending me messages saying you don't see Israel doing anything wrong. You don't see Jewish people doing anything wrong. I said, are you crazy? I said, the United States of America government has corrupt elements in it. You would be sadly mistaken to think that that doesn't happen across the world. Now, there's good people in the governments, right? And they hate Benjamin Netanyahu. I like him. He's a conservative. And you know what? When you listen to the liberal media outlets, they hate Benjamin become Bibi. They hate him. Why? Because he comes across as a conservative. So that made me do a wake-up call, Barry. There's Jewish people that are liberals, and you've seen them. I've seen you videos on them, and you see them. It's like it doesn't make sense why they would support Hamas. That's liberalism. That is the classic case of liberalism. Just like in the United States of America, we have a whole bunch of Americans that are liberals. They want to destroy a country. They want to destroy America, just like they want to destroy Israel. Liberalism is the main problem, and I call it a demonic spirit. It really is, because there's only one explanation.
I'm not going to argue with you, brother. I'm really not.